Hello students, now we are going to start our unit number 2, that is Introduction, Installation and Configuration for Content Management System using WordPress. As you can see onto the screen, it's a syllabus which is prescribed by Saurashtra University in unit number 2. The first topic is what is Content Management System, then Introduction to WordPress, features of WordPress with advantage and disadvantage of WordPress, installation steps of the WordPress, directory and file structure for WordPress, dashboard overview, how to edit, add, delete the page category, post, tag, etc. Then how to add media of several extensions like image, PDF, DOC, etc. How to add users role and the capabilities, how to set general terms for writing, reading and the discussion. Then at last, how can we update the entire WordPress by one click or by manual, and we'll also mention the database structure. So these are the several topics which we are going to discuss in our unit number 2 called Introduction, Installation and Configuration. So now let's start with the same. So unit number 2, first we will discuss about an introduction to WordPress. WordPress is an open source content management system which allow users to build dynamic websites or blog. WordPress is the most popular blogging system on the web and allow updating, customizing and managing the websites from its backend CMS and component. This section maintains the sequence of installation and configuration of WordPress. Before starting the installation procedure, we should require to know the prerequisites of handling the WordPress properly. For that, we require a knowledge of two programming languages, that is HTML and CSS. So we believe that all the students have clear-cut ideas about HTML and CSS, which we have learned in BCA semester number 2. Now the first thing that we have to clear is what is CMS. The full form of CMS is Content Management System. It is made up of three words, that is called as content, a management and the system. System, here we have an automatic system which organizes and restructures the data of users by the tools which is provided by the WordPress. WordPress was initially published in 27th May 2003 by Matt Mulvagan and Mike Little. Then after the certain modifications, first official version of WordPress has been introduced in year 2009. WordPress contains many features, that is the main part of entire subject also. First is user management, second is media management, third is theme management, for rich set of plugins, search engine optimization, multilingual, and last one is importers. In WordPress, these are the features due to which it is more powerful than core PHP. So what is user management first? WordPress is multi-user programming language which can be handled by more than one users. Even It provides media management in which user can add one or more media simultaneously into the single page. Media can be of any type. It might be a document, it might be a PDF, it might be a voice, it might be a video. We'll see all these things practically one by one later on. Even theme is the major part of web development, web programming language. Yes, this is actually the structure in which there is a color combination, style sheet, custom pages, functionalities, views, images, many things is going to be considered. So using this tool, we can also design and we can also attach our own theme also. In WordPress, it is known for its plugin. From internet, we can directly download the plugins and we can use it into the programming. No need to write logical number of lines for implementing the plugins. We will show you how can we attach external plugins into the content management system using WordPress. Next is search engine optimization. This is a very known topic now in the market. Once the website is designed, once the dynamic website is designed, how to place it over the internet on a first place, second place, third place or XYZ place. That is called as a marketing. Due to that, an owner of that particular website got maximum number of subscribers. So that can be possible using search engine optimization. Next one is multilingual. It allows translating the entire content into the language preferred by the user. Even it is a very important topic. In many countries, their local language is given as a preference rather than the English. So in WordPress, directly by this particular features of WordPress, you can convert the entire content in any languages. Last one is importer. Importer means directly imports the custom file, comments, post, tag from another accounts. Even we will see it practically later on. So students, just keep in your mind each and every features that we have discussed. One by one we will take it practically into the later on discussion. You just have to club that discussion with this entire features. Now WordPress have several advantages, like it is an open source, no need to pay any fee for using WordPress. Second is CSS file can be modified according to the design as per the user's need. Third one is there are many plugins and templates available for free. User can customize the various plugin and use their need. It is very easy to edit the content as it's WYSIWYG. It's a short form, means what you see is what you get. Is a user interface that allow user to directly manipulate layout of document without having layout commands. Fifth one is media file can be uploaded easily and quickly. It offers SEO tools which makes on-site SEO simple. Customization is easy into the WordPress comparative to the core PHP. It allows creating different roles for users for websites such as admin, author, editor and contributors. The disadvantage of using content management system is using several plugins. It can make a website heavy loaded and it can run slowly. Yes, there is a solution for the same which we will discuss into the practical section. For using the WordPress, the knowledge of PHP should requires for making and modifying the changes into the WordPress websites. Sometimes software need to be updated to keep the WordPress up to date with current browser and mobile devices. Updating the WordPress version leads to the loss of data, so backup is necessary to take before updating the website. Modifying and formatting the graphic images in tables are very difficult into the WordPress. Now students, to install WordPress in your system, minimum system requirement that we requires is prescribed over here. First, we required either XAMPP if you are using Windows platform with Linux platform. If you have a dual operating system, then you can go for XAMPP. Even if you have Windows only, then you can also install XAMPP. For pure Windows operating system, it provides WAMP. For Linux, it provides LAMP, and for Macintosh, it provides MEMP. But we are going to use XAMPP for using and installing WordPress. Plus, cross-platform operating systems we require, that is Windows 7 or Windows 10. Latest updated browser we required, like Firefox, Google Chrome, Safari, Opera, with PHP compatibility that is higher than 5.2 or more. So first step for installing the WordPress into the local system is we need to download a WordPress from the official website of wordpress.org by writing this particular URL into the browser. That means just open your browser and into the browser URL tag type a URL that is https://wordpress.org/download/. You will get this type of screen onto the browser. Just click on download WordPress. Here this is the older version, because whenever I have taken this snapshot, it's a 4.3. now it might be higher. Don't worry about that. Just click on this download button. Your download will be started, and once the download gets completed, into the folder you will get a file like this, WordPress 4.6.1 or whatever the version that you have selected from the browser. Now once the folder gets downloaded, just right click on it and extract to WordPress. That means unzip it. It makes a folder like this. Inside that folder there is a folder called WordPress. It is important for installing and configuring the WordPress. So just select that particular folder, copy it, go into the C drive, XAMPP, htdocs, and paste that particular WordPress folder over here. Once the copy paste has been completed, go to the browser, check that your XAMPP is working fine or not. That means both the Apache and MySQL should be into the running state. Now over the browser type localhost and simply write WordPress. This will execute the software and it will show a screen like this onto the browser. We'll continue our discussion within few minutes. Thank you very much.